damn truck next to our Kendall. I heard a loud crunch, like maybe a heavy footstep or something. I'm pretty sure that truck drowned it out. Greetings, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well this morning, Monday morning. The holiday, formerly known as Columbus Day, I have it off paid. It's about 9:30 in the a.m. Maintenance man out with his little golf cart at Kendall of Ithaca, right next door to these occupied woods. Occupied by what? At the very least, ghosts. If that's what you want to call it. I don't know what the hell walked past me in that video. Was it a ghost that walked past me? Was it a cloaked forest person? A Sasquatch? If it was a Sasquatch, I had to be very well aware I was filming. I didn't give a fuck. I mean, I don't understand why they would give a fuck anymore. Because of society, they gotta know the way we are. Society's not gonna believe in these things until a body is produced. And that's not gonna happen. For a variety of reasons, in my opinion. If part of their cloaking abilities, awesome as they are, makes them also non-corporeal. It's a whole other ballgame, ain't it? You might shoot one in the flesh and blood, and it may go non-corporeal after that. Or you may have some very bad entities showing up to take it away. Whether they be government agents, how the hell did they know? Men in Black, maybe? In my opinion, no one's got any right to shoot these creatures unless it's in self-defense. Because I don't think they're creatures that have understanding and intelligence way above us. And outclass us on every level. Here's a spot where the camera played a trick on me. That shiny damn limb right there. Even at dusk, it was gathering enough light from the sky to confuse the heck out of the camera. So the camera made it look translucent, almost translucent, and rather ghost-like. You might say that was the artificial intelligence that is this machine I have in my hand. The camera not making sense of it and trying to fill in the blanks. Camera pareidolia, however that word is pronounced. So forest people, big and small, visible and tall, visible or not. Greetings. Wish you no ill will. Man, the way society is, You can do anything on this camera. It's not gonna be believed. Even if you were suddenly there and become corporeal before our very eyes, the world would say it's photoshopped. Hi, squirrel over there in a tree. I don't know if you can see him in my frame. This doesn't zoom very good. Squirrels are out this morning. Now, there's all kinds of testimony that when these beings are around, everything goes quiet. I believe that to be true. But I'm also starting to believe that that only happens when these beings are not cloaked, when they're not hidden, when they're full flesh and blood. That was a squirrel in a tree. Not gonna lie to you. Good morning, squirrel. If I was a little forest people, I'd be putting saddles on them squirrels and stuff. I was introduced to little people at a very young age. By a family that lived up the road from us. Back of their house was a very dense forest, and his father would take me out there with his son and show me where the little people live, and shown me little handmade intricate tools, I kid you not, made of natural materials. Little axes, little bows. Now my sister and older brother were shown the same thing at a very young age, and they dismissed it as, the old man having fun with children, making all those tools. But who knows, right? The little people are in several cultures, myths and legends. Comes that golf cart. Candlestick maintenance, golf cart service. We tool around. What's the alien connection, folks? Is there one? in my opinion, it's all paranormal. What are you talking about? Sasquatch, Dogman, little people, UFOs, aliens, ghosts, spirits, demons. And do you know what the most paranormal book in history ever written is? 'Tis the Bible. Chariots in the sky. Giants in the book of Genesis. Fallen angels known as the Watchers coming down and having sex with human females, daughters of man, produced by sons of man. The fallen angels, the Watchers, being sons of God. They had everything. Joy, peace, heaven, everlasting life. Wasn't enough for them. Many left with Lucifer, sadly. They are all chained now except Lucifer. But the giants of the book of Genesis, their souls are still here, and we call them demons. Other cultures call them the jinn. A very entertaining guy on YouTube calls them shadow bastards. Yeah, I did. Blue jay screaming his little head off. They're beautiful birds, but boy, they can be loud and obnoxious. They're very intelligent, though. Anyway, I babble. None of this is rehearsed, scripted. It's off the cuff. If I go off on a tangent and don't complete a subject, I apologize. Side effects of marijuana, okay? Smoking pot is bad, okay? If you do it, you're bad, okay? What's the matter, Blue Jay? Are you warning someone or something about me being here? Are you distracting me? Are you now laughing at me? Easy, Blue Jay. You sound like you're being strangled. Jeez. This is the clearing that I found a very likely suspect of a footprint. Once it's in one of my videos. This area through here is a heavy game trail, obviously. said in my videos I was considering coming out here at night on Halloween and telling some ghost stories, but I'm telling you right now that ain't happening after those footsteps with no apparent owner walked by me on that video the other day. Nope, I'm not coming out here in the dark. I don't care if I had the Olympic torch, I'm not coming out here in the dark. What a beautiful morning it is, though. I really love being out in these woods here, surrounded by 60,000 people in Ithaca, Cornell University and Ithaca College. And I can come here and not see anybody. It's so peaceful. Footsteps walking by me with no person or not. I can handle that. I really don't have much fear in that area because I'm a firm, I wouldn't say believer, I would say knower in Christ our Lord. And that we have protecting guardian angels all around us at every moment. They're saving us and protecting us from everyday things that we can't see. And people who do bad, wicked things still have these guardian angels. But they're backed away from who they're protecting. They can't get too close to them when they do evil, wicked deeds. So how you live is important. How you treat people is important. There's good fear and there's bad fear. Know the difference. Fear that protects you is good fear, obviously. Protect your gut, or obey your gut instincts at all times. Feeling something foreboding or bad vibes from somebody. Speaking of somebody, listen to these women. Why do people standing right next to each other talk at this volume? I don't get it. Everybody must hear their conversation. Everybody wants to listen to their conversation. They're standing right next to each other. To a certain degree, yeah, I do understand it because people who know me would give me some crap right now saying, yeah, you're one to talk, Mr. Loud. When I get excited about something or in a conversation, I can get loud too. They've passed. They're gone. Almost. I mean, they're 100 yards away and listen to them. Just two of them. If they're not deaf, they're going to be from their own voice volumes. But these forest beings laugh their ass off at us. Come on, guys, give me a tree knock. Let us know you're here. Pretty soon all this foliage is going to be gone. It's a can. A bathroom? No, not that kind of can. It's a little can. Scuzzy humans and their trash. Damn fools.
Oh, but they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch.
Yeah. Especially when they don't even know you're right next to them. Wow. Let's see if there's any prints to be seen along the Muddy Creek bank over here. Pardon me. I don't see any tracks over here in the muck. Oh, yeah. We got a deer hoof. If we can make that out. There'd probably be something. That blue jay is probably pissed at his wife, or she at her husband. I haven't come home yet. Out drinking and partying late last night. Probably in some tree with a strange bird. little hard to get through. A little bit. A little bit. More time I spend in these woods and the more odd happenings. You know, this woods is not only occupied by the living, but it's haunted. Unexplained footsteps is classic haunting sign, right? But we obviously don't understand fully these Sasquatch beings. They can be as cloaked and non-corporeal as I think they can be. That was me. And they can be mistaken for ghosts too, is my point on the Sasquatch. Sometimes they're surprised by a human's presence, and I think the only way that happens is if a Sasquatch was just dropped off, or he just appeared there from somewhere else. I don't know, a portal, dropped off by a UFO. Who knows? And obviously they would have to become corporeal, however you pronounce it, physical form, to throw stuff and break stuff and bang on trees and to leave a print and to terrorize people they don't want around them. And like all people, there's good and bad. This is kind of unique, but it's a bad exposure because of the sun. Let me get over here on the other side of it. But anyway, you've got this piece right here. Which is broken. But it's like still attached here. But it's broken from here. Now how the hell is this stuck? I just broke it loose. The bark somehow had glued it there. See? And it broke from this. Which is propped up in here like this. Okay, on the other side of it because of the sun so you can see it. It's just sitting in there. That was odd. Point that out to you, huh? Yes, a Stalin Greyhawk was an eye to look at things people would walk by. Pretty cool here, it's so dense in here at this big section of ash from this dead ash tree right here. I think it's called the ash borer beetle we have here in upstate New York. It's devastated a lot of the ash trees, people. Devastated. I mean, we got entire hillsides that look like it was fall. No leaves on those trees, are all dead. So here's another little interesting prop at the end of this big one going way up here. Still caught in the branches, right? You got this stick here. Ooh, very wedged in there. I mean, dude, and dudettes. This right here goes up through past the slide tree, is propped with a trident right here, or a V, right up around this mother. Random? I don't know, that's pretty bizarre, don't you think? And it's got this one in here too, right there, crossing, makes an X right there. That's pretty wild too, see? So many trips into this old wood, and I'm still discovering things. It's a beautiful place. I hope it doesn't get ever wiped out due to industrialization. Yes, folks, this has been a very enjoyable and fun walk for me this morning. Finding all kinds of little neat things in here that I haven't seen yet, and you're discovering them along with me. Appreciate ya. That's just human activity you heard there. Not from these woods. Alright, we're almost 45 minutes into this. Let's keep her going. Pardon. Back at that very cool bend I documented before. It's still alive. Somewhat, I mean, it is dying. But look how it's intertwined and caught here. And that damn thing holding it down. Heavy enough weight to do it, right? What's it all mean, Basil? Is there energy created by doing this we don't understand? This right here is one of the most unique structures in these woods. I love this thing. It's two of them big vines with a very tough, solid DNA to it. It's kind of giving you the DNA symbol there. And it's wrapped around this lawn dead tree that goes right in the middle of it. And then these two bastards split off into different directions and weave their way through this forest and up trees to incredible heights. It's pretty neat nature, I tell you what. Look at that big one there with a knot in it. Twist. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Haven't been down there in a while. That's the old willow tree stump. So old. All hollowed out inside. What's the matter, Blue Jay? You don't like me here? Don't worry about it. Everything's cool. I don't know what that thump was right before the Blue Jay screamed either. But, hey, you're in the woods, you're gonna hear sounds. This is so thick in here. This old willow has collapsed and broke long ago. It just can't fall over. It's like being in a standing room only general admission concert. You pass out, you probably won't fall to the floor. Not a single tree knot today, thus far. Probably will as soon as I shut this camera off to go home. It's about time to reboot. Spark up the old bowl. Sun's gone away. Totally overcast now. Dry creek bed. It runs up to a sluice pipe, and it gets pretty deep, this little creek, and right filled with brush as it gets further up this hill. is the widest part of this little stream here. Hope this video wasn't too boring for you folks. I tried to stay fairly quiet today because of those footsteps I heard today, or yesterday, and caught on camera. So I was being extra attentive for any more of that crap. Not that it really bothered me. I mean, I wasn't scared at the time. I was perplexed. And I wasn't about to acknowledge its presence or say hi to it or anything like that. Still a gray hawk in the bush. What was that? That was a car door. Okay, cool. Come about wrap it up, folks. Keep on keeping on. concerned about the state of the world, but do not be overly concerned. These things are out of your control. God has a plan. From the moment you were born, you were not promised another day. If you lived this long, you're lucky. Some get minutes, or days, or weeks after being born. Some get over 100 years, but we all must die. It's just a question of when and how. Do not fret about things you cannot control, and know that God has a plan, and when it's all over, evil will be bound forever, chained. There will be no more suffering, no more disease, no more death. Until next time, this is Tail and Greyhawk, signing off.